What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Sports Life Politics TV, where today we're going to be going over another escaped inmate. This is another white supremacist, mayonnaise, maniac on the loose. This guy's name is Andrew Kristovich. He's 38 years old. He was in jail for rape and other crimes. Looking at his profile picture, the man has probably committed more crimes than the law allow. This is another video where white people are soft shoeing, giving a pass to low energy enthusiasm on finding criminal on the loose. And in the end, like I said in my other video that I did on Vicky White and Casey White, aka Big Meth, aka Little Mayonnaise, you white people got to hold other white people accountable, because in the end, I guarantee you this white man is going to end up harming or killing another white person. My prediction in the other video was another white person would die when it's all said and done in the Vicky White and Casey White video. And I don't be damn in this one. Another white person probably end up dead before it's all said and done, because their energy and enthusiasm for finding these people is not high enough, where it happens fast enough. This man walked right out of prison, but I'm gonna click onto the video. Let's take a look and see what's going on. See if we can't pick this apart. That's my controller. Here we go.
On right now for another dangerous fugitive who escaped prison. This time it happened in Oregon, just days before the highly publicized prison escape in Alabama that, as you know, captured the nation's attention. Here is what we know at this hour. U.S. Marshals are looking for this man. His name is
Wait a damn minute. This happened before the one in Alabama they just now? Man. These videos, honestly, is not even a black and white thing. It's really a white thing. You know what I mean? I had one man in my comments saying, why does it have to be a black and white thing? No, it ain't no black and white thing in this shit. This is a white thing. They need to clean this shit up.
He walked away from a corrections facility in late April, and since his escape, he is already accused of committing even more crimes. In just a moment, I'm going to be speaking with a member of the U.S. Marshals Office who is on this case.
He got out of jail. He escaped from jail and got right back to it. He got right back to the criminal behavior.
As we speak, but first, correspondent Tom Negevin joining us live tonight with what we know about this fugitive. Tom.
Yeah, Marnie, it was just 5 days before Casey and Vicky White got away that Kristovich escaped from that prison, a federal prison in Oregon. And nothing brazen.
And where is the news coverage? I'm just now hearing of this. Unbelievable. And like I said, it's not a black or white thing, but I just have to make the example. If a black man escaped from prison, and after he escaped from prison, he started committing more crimes and would be on every damn national news station at least one time or two times. At least they will put some kind of coverage. They ain't put no coverage on this shit.
About the way he did it, but it's what happened after that has police agencies on edge, on alert across the country, eager to recapture a fella who, quite literally, just walked away. 18 days on the run. 38-year-old Andrew Kristovich left the Sheridan, Oregon federal minimum security camp more than 2 weeks ago. According to his ex-girlfriend, he messaged her using a smuggled cell phone, saying he was being released early and wanted to be picked up. When she refused, Kristovich threatened her and her children. That's when she says she agreed to come get him near the prison and bring him back to her apartment 2 hours away in Clark County, Washington. Once there, she says
they say, this is the story they tell her. They say that he told her he was being released from prison with a smuggled cell phone. I do not believe that. I think she picked him up, and I think she helped him. That's my personal opinion. Hey, I could be wrong, but goddamn it, my Negro spidey senses is going off. I think she picked him up and helped him.
Tonight, the deepening crisis for
Not bad.
He terrorized her for hours, raping and choking her. He stole her debit card, cell phone, and car, and left, ditching the car along the way.
Let me ask y'all a question. If you pick up a rapist, what do you think the rapist is going to do once you pick him up? That's a legitimate question. Put that there in the comments. What do you think when you go to pick up a rapist? What do you think he's gonna do? I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna do. He gonna rape.
The ex-girlfriend and her children are now in hiding because of what she's told police if captured.
Well, she picked him up and brought him to her children. How smart is that? She should have called the damn police immediately.
Kristovich now faces a long list of new charges likely to be tacked on to his original 2018 sentence of 5 years. Residents near the prison say they weren't told anyone broke out. This man not showing his face because he's scared.
The residents near the prison, they didn't even tell nobody that the man broke out. This is insane. And if you white, you have to be outraged. Because I stayed in Oregon. And anywhere outside of Portland is a majority white. Yeah, it might be a few black people sprinkled here and there. I stayed in Portland for 3 years. And I'm telling you, it's mostly white. So when he got out, the chances of him harboring anybody else outside of a white person are minimal. This man is a white supremacist on the loose and he's being helped. This guy is in love with the meth. He's in love with them. This is another white supremacist meth head.
If you hold prison or the people there, you're supposed to make sure they're secure. They're not getting out. And we should have known what happened, though. If somebody broke out of prison and did all this stuff, raped somebody.
If authorities are right, that man...
And that was a Negro right there, too. I don't know where they found him at. They dug him up at, but he didn't even want to be on camera. He said, fuck that. There's only 3 black people around here. Shit, you ain't supposed to put me on camera with all these white supremacists around. And hey, it's a lot of white supremacists in Oregon, too. Like I told you, I stayed there.
Is safe, and Kristovich is far away in Snohomish County, Washington, more than an hour northwest of Seattle, where he has ties. Authorities think someone there is helping him hotel.
And those are white supremacist tattoos, too. Don't tell me that they not.
Change locate.
And that's a white supremacist haircut. That's a white supremacist haircut, too, if I ever seen one. My God. He did his hair with mayonnaise. He got a Malcolm X conch. Unbelievable. This man got a white conch. He didn't fucking fix his hair with mayonnaise. Unbelievable. The hairstyle is called Cool Whip.
Often he's considered armed and dangerous.
You see the tattoos on his hands right there? It says sacrifice and focus.
Dangerous, believed to have new weapons, and has made statements he will not be returning to custody. That's why the U.S. Marshals Service has released these photos, hoping someone tips them off before he can hurt anyone else. Aside from his description seen on the screen, his former girlfriend says he's heavier than these pictures. She says he looked puffy, his face very red.
That was back in 2018, Maury, that Kristovich was arrested and charged with drug manufacturing and
My bad for kicking the camera. I kicked the camera and moved it.
Most people know what those are. That's a Kalashnikov, a Russian-made assault rifle, and you're probably wondering right about now.
So now he's armed with an AK, a Kalashnikov.
In the federal minimum security camp. Well, we're told the reason was he was a first-time offender.
Boy, little consolation to the public tonight. Tom Negavan live in New York. Tom, thank you. All right, let's stay on this. I want to bring in Deputy U.S. Marshal Christopher Tomeo with the Pacific Northwest Violent Offender Task Force. So you guys have your work cut out for you, Deputy. This guy is armed and dangerous. And where's your focus right now?
Our focus is honestly just trying to find him as soon as possible. We're working pretty hard right now. We have plenty of people dedicating some resources and time for this, just to keep the public safe.
What type of weapons do you think he might have at this point?
We don't know for sure, but based on his history, as you said, it is likely that he armed himself and may have a handgun or.
Wait a damn minute! Did you just hear that? This is what I'm talking about. The man just said he armed himself. How? No, he's receiving help. Once again, they can't even be honest. Just say, hey man, somebody's helping this man obviously somewhere. He's armed and dangerous. Even if we don't think, we don't know, we're assuming. somebody, because this man is a white supremacist. A lot of white supremacists around here. You ain't just armed yourself with an AR-15 and a Kalashnikov, not an AR-15, but an AK-47 and a handgun. You ain't just armed yourself with that.
You guys do this all the time, so it's...
Let me hear him again.
It is likely that he armed himself and may have a handgun or rifle.
You guys do this all the time, so it's something you're accustomed to. But when you've got a guy who says publicly, "I'm not going to be returning to custody," how do you approach it differently?
Yeah, unfortunately, we deal with this a lot.
And let me say this before I forget. Remember in this video they said that they didn't tell nobody that this man had escaped. Why wasn't the first question out of this lady's mouth is, why did you guys not report this guy had escaped from prison as soon as he escaped? Why didn't you notify the public?
Sometimes they mean it, sometimes they don't. In this case, and most of them, we treat them the same. If that's what they want to say, we have to take it seriously and treat us as if they're going to go out fighting and not want to go back to prison. So we take it pretty seriously.
You take it pretty seriously. I mean, his energy is low. His enthusiasm is off. He's swallowing and gulping and he's stuttering and he's just, why? Where is, man? We gonna find this man. There's nowhere he can hide. There's no fucking spider hole. We found Saddam Hussein in the spider hole and we gonna find this SOB. Where's the energy?
It's troubling that he was able to walk away, one, from this minimal security prison, but now he's accused of assault and rape. So he is violent, he's dangerous. This all happened after his escape. So tell us more about the risk to the public and sort of his...
I want you to watch the officer's body language.
Yeah, so, his initial charges, it was kind of briefly said, but, he was serving a 5-year sentence in prison for cartel-linked gun charges, as well as drugs. So, he's got a little bit of history on the Fed side, and then on the local side, some theft, drug charges. So he's got some pretty decent history, but this is his first time on the Fed side. So
I'm sorry, can you stop? He got some pretty decent history. What? This is literally one of the most, some of these videos, since I've been going over news clips, I've been astonished at the way that they talk about certain people. And let's just put it out there, white criminals on the loose. Why do they talk in such soft tones? Where is the energy for, never mind, I'm gonna keep the video going.
That's why he was put into a, low or medium security prison.
Tom indicated he is probably getting some help from the outside. Tell us more about what you guys have learned, where he may be headed, and who may be helping him.
Well, the investigation's still ongoing, but he does have ties in Washington and some in Oregon, but as well as Alaska. So the U.S. Marshals Pacific Northwest Boundary.
He said he has ties in Oregon, Washington, and some in Alaska. He refused to say white supremacist ties. I don't know why. He refuses to say that. He knows this man is part of a white supremacist organization. He knows that.
An offender task force. We're leading the investigation right now. That task force consists of both districts of Oregon, Western, Eastern Washington, as well as Alaska. So most of the area that he is familiar with or has family in, we're covering that pretty closely, as well as having the additional multiple federal, state, and local law enforcement partners.
I think that tattoo on his arm, I think that comes from like one of the white supremacist books too. I don't know which one, but if I'm gonna look it up and see. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, that tattoo, I know that that's a white supremacist tattoo.
We're used to going after. So even if he goes outside of one of those states, we reach out to our other task forces within the Marshal Service, and they will just as quickly get on top of it and assist us to look for him in whatever state he happens to go to.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't.
So right now,
he doesn't get too far. Yeah. I said, hopefully he doesn't get too far. You guys are on his tail. We're looking at some pictures.
hope he doesn't get too far. You guys are on his tail after giving him a 2-week head start and not even telling nobody the man escaped. Wow.
He has on him. What else should the public be looking for? Do you have a vehicle that you want to throw out there tonight for people to keep an eye out for?
We don't have a vehicle right now that we can associate to him, but again, he does have pretty significant tattoos. It's pretty difficult to hide those on the hand. The sacrifice and focus. So most people don't cover their hands, and if they do with gloves, it's a little bit different. So, and again, part of the thing that he's gained some weight. Initially, he was listed as 180 pounds, and now he's 200 pounds or so. He's thickened up just a little bit from those pictures that you see.
And you know what else I noticed? You notice they didn't give his bio, like his height, weight, size. Like they said, like right now they're saying his weight, but they never gave his height. They ain't giving no descriptions. This news clip is unbelievable.
Let's see.
All right, we'll keep those pictures up. Real quick before I let you go, Deputy, what's the biggest mistake in your experience that fugitives make that end up getting them caught?
Well,
he's laughing. Even he think this shit is, even he think it's funny.
So, basically at this point, we're not going to leave any stone unturned. We're going to shrink down his world, make it really tight so he doesn't feel comfortable talking to any family, any friends. Really make it difficult for him to ask for help.
Really? You gonna shrink his world after 2 weeks? You gonna knuckle down? You gonna tighten down, buddy? That's what you're gonna do, officer? You're gonna tighten down, you're gonna knuckle down, you're gonna shrink his world. And when we catch him, we're gonna give him a hug. One big loving hug. An Alaskan bear hug.
And, eventually before he even knows that he's gonna be captured.
And your message to the public tonight?
The message would be, he is dangerous, consider him armed and dangerous. If you have any idea where he's at and his whereabouts, contact 911, or you can send an anonymous tip through the U.S. Marshals tip app, which can be accessed from our homepage at www.usmarshals.gov, and you can anonymously send information there.
Well, my best to you.
I mean, his energy was the energy of somebody who was going to a party with his wife who didn't want to go. Like, babe, maybe I'll go, maybe not. I don't know. I'd rather sit here and watch Sunday Night Football. I don't know I would rather do anything other than catch this guy. Really, seriously. I mean, if you ask me, he's just a regular old white supremacist. He's really not going to cause too much harm. Maybe a little bit of rape, maybe a little bit of strangulation, but nothing too major. I mean, he's only part of a cartel and, white supremacist gang. Yeah, no big deal.
Deputy, into your team as you track this guy down, armed and dangerous. U.S. Marshal Christopher Tomeo, thank you for your time tonight. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And a reminder to the public again.
And he smiles as the video goes on.
We can show you his picture. Call 911, specifically in the Oregon and Washington area. But he has been missing and on the run since April 25th. So at this point, he could be anywhere. Be on the lookout.
Hey, I'm not exaggerating. He could damn near be past the moon. That man can make it to the moon and back since April 25th. This is ridiculous. These people ought to be ashamed. I mean, they really ought to be ashamed, y'all. I seen this clip and I just had to cover it. Because this man is just now making news after escaping from prison, supposedly raping his ex-girlfriend, strangling her, stealing her credit card, stealing her car, receiving help from other people on the outside, and they just decided today to release that he's on the loose. Man, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is unbelievable. But I mean, what can you say? What can you really say, y'all? Meth. It's a hell of a drug. And white people hold each other accountable. You can't say black people not held accountable. We most held accountable people on the planet. Thus, the prison system. So we're being held accountable. We escape from jail. They look for, like they should. They should look for you. Escape from prison. You're a criminal. They should look for you. They should hunt you down. They should catch you. They should put you back in jail. But by God, they not even hunting right for the white man when he gets out of jail, when he escapes from jail. They barely looking. I think somebody had to tap and say, hey, yeah, you remember old boy who escaped from prison? Yeah. Y'all still looking for him? God damn it, I forgot about that. Damn it, I forgot about that. I was going to give me some coffee, man. You know, Oregon, they love a good hot cup of coffee. I was going to give me a cup of coffee, man. Damn it. Let's look for him. 3 weeks on, we ain't found him. Let's tell the residents that we have a missing criminal on the loose. These people are unbelievable, y'all. I don't want to extend this video too much further out because I'm going to do an update on this video, obviously, man. But hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on one criminal ride. Peace.